It's all about Trusted Saskatoon on this half hour of our expert show. Hi, it's Brent Laux, joined by Sarah Wheelwright, the owner, the brain trust of Trusted Saskatoon, and some of her very special guests that are joining us here through the course of our half hour. Good to see you again, Sarah.
Hello.
Now, I like to think everybody already knows what Trusted Saskatoon is all about, and I suspect you would like that idea too. But,
that would be great.
Let's just pretend that somebody just came into Saskatoon and they turned on the radio and they're hearing about Trusted Saskatoon. What's it all about? What's the story of Trusted Saskatoon?
Well, if you just arrived in Saskatoon, it's probably going to be a lifesaver for you. Everything that you need at your fingertips. You don't have to do any work. We do all of the research for you. We find wonderful businesses, locally accountable businesses, and we basically put them through lots of checks and balances to ensure that they are what they say they are. And then we promote them and we give them an opportunity to give you tips and advice. This is one of the ways that we do it through the News Talk, Talk to the Experts, Trusted shows. Also, they provide us with tips and information which you can find in our blog library. And it just means that there's no finger crossing and hoping. The people in this room and the people on the site are the people that you can rely on to do what they say they're going to do. There's
accountability here. This isn't a process where they can just say, here, I'll give you some money, put me on.
It's not like that at all. It came from position of need, and with the numbers that we have, with the people visiting, with the comments we get back, with the results that we have, we know that there really is a need out there, and we're really happy that we're there to fill that need.
Well, you look at, you and I have talked about this in the past, but how our city, our province is booming nowadays. There's such a demand for so many different services out there. There's a lot of new business in town, and again, the average person just says, where do I start? How do I choose somebody that I know is going to give me great quality service, is going to stand behind the work they do, and that's where Trusted Saskatoon comes in.
That's what we are.
Trustedsaskatoon.com, the website. Sarah Wheelwright is the owner. How many categories on Trusted Saskatoon?
There's 40 categories, and plus there's banner ads as well, which cover categories like jewelers, because we don't have a category for that. So Cam is the trusted jeweler in Saskatoon here. For the Talk to the Expert shows, we've quadranted the directory into 11 kind of, I guess, categories, subcategories, with weddings and events being one of those. So that's why we have these three people here today.
That's right. Our theme for this weekend show of Trusted Saskatoon is weddings and events.
Yes.
A little busy for that this time of year, huh?
It is, and I wouldn't like to be in a big wedding dress today. You'd blow away.
But it is interesting. I was having a discussion with our guests before we started our program about how the city of Saskatoon is booming, how this is a place that people love to organize special events and have weddings, and in some cases, people are even coming back here from Alberta because they know this is a fabulous place to stage their wedding and their family gathering.
And I don't believe in surveys that say it's not beautiful. I mean, it's a beautiful place to get married to.
Weddings and events are theme on this weekend's edition of our Trusted Saskatoon Talk to the Experts, and again, the website Trustedsaskatoon.com. Now, somebody that you may be looking for if you're planning a wedding would be a jeweler. And we've got Cam here from Bateman's, a well-known Saskatoon jewelry store for many, many years. Nice to see you, Cam.
Yeah, good morning, everyone.
Talk to me a little bit about your association with Trusted Saskatoon, what it means to you to be affiliated with them.
Well, Trusted, when Sarah originally approached me about the idea, I thought it was wonderful. I mean, for people that are coming into the city that really, until you've moved, you don't really come across that, where you're like, okay, well, where do I take my car to get fixed? What dentist do I go to? What jeweler do I trust? Where do I go to eat? Like, it becomes a really important factor when you come from some place that you don't know anyone. So when she came with me, I signed right away. I said, this is a great idea. We got to be a part of this.
Well, on this weekend theme of weddings and events, of course, most weddings start with a trip to the jewelry store. Cam from Bateman's. And what we've done here today is we've actually got questions that have been provided by fans of Trusted Saskatoon through their Facebook page. And these are actual questions, and I've got the names of the people that have submitted them here. So we're going to share some of those with you and our other guests here through the course of our program. So you good to go?
Sounds great.
This comes from Anne, who asks, is there one special cut of diamond that is the best bang for your buck, and which cut has always been around?
Well, I can answer that question together. I mean, the round cut, in all honesty, is more expensive than other cuts. But if you want the most sparkle out of a diamond, round is the best. It's been around the longest. And like I say, you just can't beat it. I mean, if you're looking for value, then I would recommend a cushion cut. But it's not going to have the same sparkle that a round has got, because a round is symmetrically perfect.
That was going to be my Brent question,
Yeah.
was when it comes to the different cuts, are there some that just catch the light better than others?
Yeah, the round, like I say, because you're dealing with optical properties, the light bounces in. With a round, the light always bounces out evenly. On, let's say, a princess cut that's square, you have the corners where light sometimes gets trapped a little bit. Same as in a cushion cut, you do have a little bit of a rounded corner, so it's not as bad. But like I say, if you want the best value for your money, a cushion cut is probably going to get you the best value. If you want the best bang for your buck and you want sparkle, round is still by far the best.
When you go to Trusted Saskatoon and you're in the market for jewelry, you'll find Bateman's at Trustedsaskatoon.com. Cam from Bateman's answering some from friends of Trusted Saskatoon questions from their Facebook site, and also ask, what's your return policy at Bateman's? Especially, you think about a guy who goes in to buy the engagement ring, thinks he knows his girl, but she says, well, I love you, and I appreciate the thought, but I don't want to wear this for the rest of my life.
You know, in 22 years, it has happened very, very rarely.
Really?
Yep. In all honesty, we sit down with the guy. We spend a lot of time to try to determine what it is, what his gal is doing for a living that's going to make this ring, be a proper fit. So number one, like I say, we spend hours in the beginning just to make sure that we are trying to get him the best fit for what he's trying to do for his girl. Then, there are certain guys that say, look, I don't know what to get her. I'm totally lost. So in those cases, I say, you know what? Why don't we buy a really nice diamond, put it into a very basic solitaire mount, give her the solitaire mount, tell her, you weren't really sure what style she was after. Bring that back to me. We'll let her pick out a very nice mounting. We'll take the diamond that you took the time to choose. We'll put that into the new mounting that she's chosen, and everybody's happy. They've got, a little bit of both. The guy got to pick the diamond he likes and can afford, and the girl got to pick the mount that she likes that she's going to spend the rest of her life with. So, like I say, we're willing to work with our customers. You're not bound in stone if you bought something and it isn't 100% fit. I would rather see something on your finger that you're going to show every one of your girlfriends and tell them where you got it than a story about the fact that, you got something you didn't like and you weren't able to return it. So we always try to make the fit 100%.
Bateman's Jewelry is a partner with Trusted Saskatoon, Trustedsaskatoon.com. Cam answering some of the questions that Trusted Saskatoon has received on their Facebook page pertaining to the great products they have at Bateman's Jewelry. What about somebody comes in to buy a ring, they don't know about the ring size? Is there some sneaky way to figure out ring size? And this is actually a question from Bruce.
The only way that I know how is you either take a ring out of the jewelry box that you think is close and we interpolate, or you do what I do. You wait till she goes to sleep and you slide the ring size around her finger. I've offered that to a couple of fellas if they want to try it. I mean, I guess it depends how good a sleeper your gal is. But, the string.
What the hell are you doing to me?
The string has worked for a few years, and it's okay as long as, like I say, you've got a fairly consistent string and it's not too stretchy. But, for the most part, as long as we get it close to adjust the ring, 1 or 2 sizings, only takes about a day and a half to size. Most girls can live without their ring for a day and a half. So.
Yeah, we're running out of time, and I got a lot of questions here. Last question. Kendra wants to know, what's the average amount people are spending these days when it comes to rings? Can you give us kind of a ballpark, or is there an average?
I subscribe to a Canada Mark program where they've done surveys across Canada. The average selling price of an engagement ring is $2,500 to $3,000.
Okay. Wasn't it the episode of The Office where Michael went and bought a ring and he said, well, it's 3 years salary, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be 3 months salary.
3 months salary.
Yeah, we'll take what we can get. I just want to make sure that,
of course.
I just want people to get a ring that they're happy with, because if they're happy with it, they're going to tell others, and that's how we've been in business for 67 years.
Well, and of course, it's so much great word of mouth you get with Bateman's Jewelry here in town, and they are a partner that you'll find at Trustedsaskatoon.com. We're back with 2 more guests that are partners with Trusted Saskatoon when we return to our experts in just 2 minutes on News Talk Radio.